Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to another video. So this is a bit of a different one, but there has recently been a big announcement for the new Caves and Cliffs update. So here's the video right here. It's posted by Minecraft, just called Caves and Cliffs announcement. So we're gonna watch it here. And I'm pretty sure what it is that they're splitting the update because they are adding too much, but we're supposed to get some new information in this video. So let's see.
Hello, I'm Agnes, and today Henrik and myself will talk a bit about the Caves and Cliffs update and why we have split it into two releases. And we hope that we will be able to clarify some things around
So they are splitting it into two updates. So we'll see.
So the Caves and Cliffs update will be released in two different parts. So one is a summer release and the other one is a holiday release. So that one will be released end of this year.
Oh, so it's not that much of a difference. So we're gonna have two updates this year. It's gonna be in the summer, and so it'll probably be like July and December, probably. That's what I'm assuming.
There are three main reasons for us to split the update in two. The first one is quality, the second one is technical complexity, and the third one is super important, and it's team health.
Well, I think that's pretty good.
To ensure quality,
most games would just put out the update and just want to be good. At least they're wanting it to be the best and don't want to like disappoint.
We have decided to release some of the features in the Caves and Cliffs update in holiday instead. And this is because, like, for us, the most important thing is always to just like deliver as much player delight as possible. And we have realized that if we don't release some of the features, the more like complex features in holiday, there's a risk that they will not be in like a good enough quality, and then it will just not be an as great experience. And of course we always want to just provide you with the best possible experience.
Alright, I get it. I get it.
Hi, I'm Henrik. As Agnes mentioned, one of the reasons why we're splitting this update into two is because of technical challenges. This update is huge. We are changing the very shape of the world in Minecraft, adding massive mountains, epic caves, and changing the height of the world in order to fit these things. This is tricky. It touches the core of how the world is generated. Yeah. It's also tricky for performance reasons because there's just more going on when the world is higher. So we've decided that we don't want to rush this. We want to make sure that we give this the time it deserves. While at the same time, we realize that there's a bunch of features that don't involve changing the way the world is generated. So we decided to split it and put those parts in the summer update, and then put the world generation parts in the holiday update.
Oh. Alright, so what it seems is I think that maybe we're gonna get the new cave and mountain generation in the holidays, during the holidays, and maybe we're gonna get some new features during the summer, like copper and like stuff like that. The features that don't involve the world generation, as this guy said. That makes sense, because you don't really need that with the generation part.
Team health is something that's very important for us. With the Caves and Cliffs update, we realized if we're gonna release all the features in the summer, we would have to crunch a lot, and we shouldn't. And we don't want to force anyone to work overtime. We also want to acknowledge that we all are living in a pandemic right now, and we know that many have been affected by that. So it's much better to make sure that the team feel as good as possible and are as happy as possible. Because then we can be happy and be creative and create a good game.
Split.
So how exactly are we going to split the features across the two updates?
Oh, here, this is the big stuff.
In the first update for the summer, we're going to focus on the blocks and the mobs, and not so much world generation.
All right, that's
so blocks would include biome blocks such as drip leaf, pointed dripstone, glowberries, and some building blocks such as deep slate, etc. And mobs will include the axolotl and the goat and the glow squid. Most of the world generation is in part 2, but there'll be a little bit in part 1 as well, such as generation of copper, geodes, things like that.
All right.
The second part is all about world generation.
All right,
so that's where you'll find for the holiday update.
I'm gonna let this guy finish.
The new caves, the new mountains, and the new world height, as well as the actual placement of the biomes. And the reason why we're doing it that way is because the technical challenges I mentioned are mostly all about world generation. So that's where we want to give it more time to make sure we get it right. Plus, it makes sense to put all the big world gen changes into one update to make it easier from a player perspective when you're going to upgrade your world.
For us, it's very, very important to be respectful to old worlds. And that's of course true for the Caves and Cliffs update as well. So you will be able to update your world both to the summer update and to the holiday update, and there should be no problems. And I mean, this is super important for me as well. I think my world is more than 10 years old, and I will get so upset if I couldn't play on it. So yeah,
so at least
definitely you will be
that
able
was
to
a
play
big
on your old
issue
worlds, and
that
you
they
will be able
were
to
talking
continue
about.
to play on them.
The that how are new worlds gonna, or old worlds gonna get the new generation. So at least I think that's a thing they ran into during development, and they're just gonna need a bit more time to figure stuff out.
For many, many more years. Regarding testing holiday features in the snapshots and betas. So that is still possible. However, we have turned them off. Like the default is that they are turned off, but you can turn them on so you can continue to test them and provide feedback for us, because we want to continue to get feedback, because we will continue to develop these so we can release them in the holiday. So you can read in the description of the video how you turn those features on in the snapshots and betas. So there is one feature that is postponed even like after the holiday release, and that's archaeology. And the reason is that archaeology is a complete new system, which is very exciting, but that means that we really want to give it the time it deserves so we can make it fun.
And you can even see that in the snapshots. They haven't really been doing anything with it, really. So that does make sense. At least they didn't, like, I don't even know, like, I mean, obviously they hadn't planned for this update, but, like, since they're having, like, trouble getting it out, you know, it's not really a priority, especially since the community is not like, whoa, where's my archaeology? I need it. So, yeah, that makes sense.
Inspiring, delightful, and Minecrafty. So, therefore, it's possible.
I'm fine with that.
When I was fiddling around with Dripleaf, tweaking it, I noticed that I couldn't stop playing with it, and I started calling in my kids, and we were goofing around and laughing. And one thing we've learned in the team is that when you can't stop testing a feature, then you know you're onto something. And a lot of features in this update are like that. So I really hope you're going to enjoy it as much as we are.
So the summer update is very focused on mobs and blocks, and I'm so happy that you actually will be able to get almost all the biome blocks in survival, even in the summer update. So myself, I'm already like, oh, it's okay, I'm gonna find a moss block, and then I'm gonna boom it, so I get all the vegetation blocks from the lush caves, and then I can build, you know, a park in my realm or a fancy garden. So yeah, I really hope that all of you also will be inspired by these blocks and mobs, and be able to just have a lot of fun and be very creative during the summer.
So, like, which those lush caves or whatever, all the blocks in it, they're not going to actually have the cape, but you're going to still be able to get them, which makes sense. One thing I did notice was that, they said they're adding mobs. They mentioned the axolotl and the goat, but they did not mention the warden, so I assume that is coming in the summer update with the new deep dark caves. It wouldn't really fit in without the actual generation, so that makes sense, too. So yeah, that's one thing I noticed.
And we are very happy that we actually can release quite many of the features already in the summer, because we know that many of you have more time to play games in the summer, and then we want to be able to actually give you something new so you can have just extra fun when playing Minecraft in the summer as well. And we really hope that all of you are as excited as we are about the summer release, and that the wait for the holiday release is worth it. So yeah, thank you so much for watching.
I'm pretty sure it will be worth it. Alright. So, overall, they're splitting the update, right? Obviously I would have wanted the entire update this summer, but I think it's better that they are actually splitting it than just delaying it all the way to December. I think it is actually good, because also a thing and a benefit of this could possibly be if there's something we don't like or something else we want, they can maybe add it in the holiday update after we get the summer update, you know? And so yeah, I mean, at least we're still getting something this summer. And at least they are focusing on these updates being quality and not just pushing out updates. That's one thing about the game, that most of the recent updates have been very good. So yeah, it also just sucks that it's during the pandemic and they have to do this. Normally, they'd probably have this update already out. They don't have enough. They don't have enough time to do it and stuff, which they sent in the video. That makes sense. But I'm not really that mad. I mean, I don't think I'm mad at all, really. We're still getting an update this summer. It's just not going to be all of it. But we are getting it. It's still this year. It's really not that far away. So yeah, I'm excited. That was going to be it for today's video, so see you later.